The internet went wild with rumors after Foolio's sudden death. His creepy interviews, packed with eerie predictions and chilling confessions, hinted at serious trouble brewing. But one name kept popping up in all the conspiracy theories: Yungeen Ace. And now people can't stop talking about how Foolio seemed to know something bad was coming. His interviews hit harder now than ever, suggesting a darkness that was always lurking just below the surface. As federal agents dig for clues, the mystery deepens and the tension ramps up. So here are Foolio's most disturbing interviews about Yungeen Ace, where he was trying to warn everyone about a storm that no one saw coming. Foolio talked about being the most hated rapper.
So, I mean, you feel like you're the most hated just because you speak your mind?
Nah, not even that. It's like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism, ain't nothing wrong with that. So when a tell me some I won't get mad. I just take it as what it is.
Julio Foolio, the voodoo magician, taught everyone a hard lesson about messing with people for no good reason. But I mean, the way he got taken out was brutal and just doesn't sit right. Don't you think no one deserves to go out like that? Anyway, his demise and bloody rivalry with none other than Yungeen Ace have got people thinking that maybe their beef was a setup to ruin his rep in his own hood. If that's true, it just proves that Foolio was getting framed all along. And if you don't believe this, there is this interview where he weirdly talked about being hated by his fellow rappers just because he always talked his mind. And this interview is where people started speculating he was talking about Yungeen. He was at the peak of his fame, working hard for everything, and suddenly everyone turned on him. When the interviewer asked about what usually goes down in his hood, his response was all over the place, and he started fumbling.
On a day-to-day, what goes around, what happens around these parts?
Yeah, a lot of killings, a lot of police. Man, that go down.
Well, there you have it. The rap game has always been competitive and disrespectful during beefs, but this era of young rappers has taken it to new heights. It's like a battle to see who can one up the other with disrespect, especially by dissing their ops fallen homies. We all know about the beef and drill songs that have permeated throughout his career. Foolio made a name for himself with gritty realism and dark lyrics. Unfortunately for him, the darker his music got, the more that dark energy reflected in his real life, with assassination attempts and run-ins with the law. Foolio grew up on the north side of Jacksonville. He witnessed violence from a young age, carrying a gun at just 13. He lost his father to gang violence and got shot at for the first time when he was 15, just 2 years after losing his dad. While violence is nothing to celebrate, you can't help but see how it messed everyone up, especially a kid growing up in it. It's no surprise that Foolio got caught up in all of this, even to this day. From there, things just kept getting worse. Foolio says he lost over 15 friends before he turned 21, all due to gang drama. This is pretty common since most gang members in Jacksonville are between 16 and 24, with some as young as 12. Two of Foolio's close and deceased friends, Bibby and Techie, were explicitly mentioned by rival gangs in the viral song Who I Smoke. For quite some time, Foolio has been a prominent figure in the Florida rap scene, connected to many local musicians, but it was never just about the music for him.
The war with us. Like, I don't want to go to war with me, I'm gonna die about me, you hear me?
In a shocking turn of events, just hours after Foolio's death, Yungeen Ace dropped a new diss track titled Do It and posted a tweet that seemed to mock Foolio's passing. This latest tragedy underscores the long-standing rivalry between the two rappers and their crews, Ace's ATK and Foolio's KTA. Both Foolio and Yungeen have tragically lost multiple friends and family members to this ongoing feud, including their own brothers. Following Foolio's passing, federal authorities are reportedly focusing on Yungeen Ace in connection with this incident. The Tampa Police Department has confirmed to 2XL magazine that Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones, was one of 4 people shot during the incident outside the hotel. All we know at this point is around 4:40 this morning, we received a 911 call about a shooting in a parking lot on McKinley and Fowler. 2 cars were shot at, and 4 people were shot in total. 3 were transported to hospitals, and 1 was pronounced deceased at the scene, said Joni Lewis, public information officer for the Tampa Police Department. What we have learned, and this is early in the investigation, 2 cars were shot at, repeated Joni Lewis. The statement continued, saying that police are actively investigating the events leading up to the incident and are working to identify those involved. This is an ongoing investigation, and further information will be released as it becomes available. Meanwhile, Foolio's attorney, LS Fusco, informed News 4 Jax that Foolio was celebrating his 26th birthday and initially staying at an Airbnb.
Until I get to that money, you're gonna be tough. You're gonna be tough and be tough. Nobody's gonna be in jail. Better get to that money.
However, they were asked to leave by the host due to having too many people, prompting them to relocate. Unfortunately, Foolio and his friends shared this new location on social media. According to Foolio's attorney, he was ambushed at the Holiday Inn Hotel where he had rented a room after leaving the Airbnb. In case you're not familiar with Foolio's backstory, he was a rising star in the rap scene from Jacksonville, Florida, known for his significant social media presence. He had over 1 million followers on Instagram and more than 600,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. However, Foolio was also notorious for his intense public feud with fellow Florida rapper Yungeen Ace. This conflict wasn't just personal, it stemmed from a long-standing rivalry between their respective crews, Foolio's KTA and Ace's ATK. And during this rivalry with Yungeen, he survived many shootouts. After being kicked out of school in the 9th grade, Foolio was sent to an alternative school in rival territory. On his first day at the new school, someone from the rival neighborhood got killed while waiting for the bus, and Foolio started dissing them all over social media. Many people at the school believe Foolio had something to do with the hit, leading to a fight over the incident. Throwing hands is one thing, but after the last bell rang, the situation took a wild turn. Foolio hopped on the bus, but the ops were following him. While he was walking down the street, someone started shooting at him and his homies. A bullet hit Foolio in the leg and knocked his hip out of place, forcing him to crawl away while the shooter continued firing. Foolio made it to the front yard of a woman in the neighborhood and asked for help, but she told him to get off her property and refused to assist him. He passed out and woke up surrounded by cops and EMTs, then blacked out again and woke up in the hospital. The ops weren't the only ones who thought he was involved in the incident that occurred that morning. The police started questioning him about the situation as well. Eventually, Foolio proved that he was just going to school that morning and wasn't involved. However, his life took a brutal turn after that day. Foolio tried working a normal job in a factory for a short period, but it only lasted a few months before he returned to street activities. He dove deeper into the streets and started rapping simultaneously. Initially, rapping was just a side activity, but after a few of his early tracks gained popularity, he realized it could be his ticket out of the trenches. Around the same time Foolio was gaining buzz in the city, another rapper named Yungeen Ace was also laying down tracks and trying to make a name for himself. Instead of collaborating and representing Jacksonville together, they ended up splitting the city in half, leading to dozens of casualties on both sides.
Fortunate. Now the next thing is these groups, I won't name them, they know who they are. We're not going to tolerate any retribution, any revenge. We're going to watch. We're going to be around paying attention to what's going on.
The rap game is notorious for its fierce competition and the intense pressure to stay on top. Artists often feel the need to constantly prove themselves and their worth, especially when new talent emerges that threatens their reign. This dynamic might have played a crucial role in the alleged jealousy that Yungeen Ace harbored towards Foolio. As Foolio began to make waves in the industry, his talent and unique sound started gaining traction, especially in his hometown. This rising star could have naturally drawn attention and interest from the local community, including fans and industry insiders. It is speculated that Yungeen Ace, already an established name in the game, viewed Foolio's growing popularity as a direct threat to his own success and reputation. Yungeen Ace had his own share of struggles and challenges in the industry. He had publicly expressed his feelings of being disliked and even hated by his own community. It is possible that these experiences made him overly protective of his status and more sensitive to any perceived competition. When Foolio entered the scene and started gaining recognition, Ace might have seen it as a personal attack or a deliberate attempt to overshadow him. In the world of rap, diss tracks and subtle jabs at competitors are not uncommon. Artists often use their lyrics and public appearances to send messages and assert their dominance. However, it appears that Yungeen Ace took things several steps further. Instead of simply trading bars or engaging in a war of words, Ace allegedly resorted to violent measures. Foolio's fans also suggest that Yungeen Ace arranged multiple shootouts, targeting Foolio directly. This extreme action could have been driven by his jealousy and desire to eliminate the competition. By endangering Foolio's life, Ace might have intended to send a clear message, a warning to back off, and a threat to end his rising career. It is a disturbing tactic that, unfortunately, has a history in the rap game, where disputes and rivalries have sometimes escalated dangerously. However, it is important to emphasize that these are all speculations and theories that emerged from the controversy surrounding their relationship. They reflect the often intense nature of the rap industry and the pressures that artists may face. While these theories provide a possible explanation for Yungeen Ace's alleged actions, they do not excuse any potential wrongdoing. Foolio insulted Yungeen by calling him a rat. but Foolio never stopped talking about it. During one interview, he even called him a rat and accused him of snitching. We all know how Foolio and Yungeen have been locked in a years-long beef, dropping diss tracks, disrespecting each other's fallen loved ones, and more. Despite the prolonged battle, it seemed like there was no end in sight. Recently, Foolio posted a video online seemingly testifying with a police officer by his side. The caption hinted that this Jacksonville native was calling out someone believed to be involved in a fight between his associates.
So, cuz, this is the whole video they showing me, cuz. I'm trying to chill though, for real. I've been trying to calm and sit down, cuz this be having me worked up. Be having me worked up, cuz I don't play that, bro. You know what I mean? Done told on me. Nigga, I got in jail, I got told on, bro. Don't play with me, cuz. Real shit, bro. Real shit, bro.
Now, Yungeen Ace went straight to the point, addressing the issue directly and delving into the paperwork as well. He showed his audience some compelling proof, presenting irrefutable receipts. He started by addressing a video that had been circulating and causing speculation among viewers. First of all, Ace clarified that he wouldn't delve too deeply into the situation due to its sensitive nature, acknowledging that it involved family matters. He recognized the presence of sensitive information, but aimed to provide a measure of clarity. In the video, as Ace pointed out, the individual could be seen on their phone with the prominent color red indicating a fight or dispute. Ace then informed his audience that he would play another video, assuring them that he would get straight to the heart of the matter. He expressed his intention to address the paperwork as well, demonstrating his commitment to transparency. Ace emphasized that he wanted to show something unedited and authentic, ensuring that there was no deception involved. He wanted his audience to see everything clearly, leaving no room for doubt or speculation. In the past, Foolio had made serious accusations, calling Ace a rat and a snitch. These allegations carried significant weight, prompting Ace to address them directly. Unfortunately, Foolio had passed away, and Ace took the time to assert that he had no involvement in his death. He aimed to set the record straight, providing transparency and allowing the truth to prevail. By sharing this information, Ace sought to put an end to any lingering speculation and rumors surrounding their past disputes, ensuring that his perspective was conveyed. Foolio just threw more shots at Yungeen Ace by uploading a video of Ace seemingly testifying with a police officer online. In the caption of the clip, the Jacksonville native called him a rat who seemed to be talking about a fight between his colleagues. Overall, it's unclear what case this relates to or how old the clip is, but many will probably see this and throw Ace into the snitch ring.
They'll fight, like, they'll fought.
Okay. So why did the guns get brought out? Why did all the shots fired?
They started shooting.
They started shooting.
Yeah, the other boys started shooting.
Well, DeAndre shot because that's very clearly gunshots coming from his hand.
The rap game is buzzing with a scandal that has the potential to shake the very foundation of hip-hop's unwritten rules. At the center of this controversy is none other than Yungeen, who has been accused of being a rat, breaking the sacred snitch code. On that fateful day, Yungeen found himself in the back of a cop car, a world away from the glamorous life he raps about. In a leaked body cam footage, we see a startling transformation from a fearless rapper to a potential snitch. As the officer interrogates him about the shooting, Yungeen's finger starts to point, not at his enemies, but at his friends.
Possible meaning that my nickname should be round, bro. Dookie got a flip phone, maybe I ought to come.
Many sources close to the situation have speculated that Yungeen, in a desperate attempt to save his own skin, may have set up the entire shootout, intending to take out his rival, Foolio. It's a classic case of killing two birds with one stone. Yungeen gets rid of his competition and uses the chaos to settle scores with his so-called friends. But here's where it gets even more controversial. Some witnesses have come forward claiming that Yungeen was not only pointing fingers but also naming names. He allegedly gave the police a detailed account of his friends' involvement, their gang affiliations, and even provided a motive for the shooting. It seems that Yungeen was willing to sacrifice his crew to avoid taking the fall himself. The hip-hop community is divided, with some calling for a boycott of Yungeen's music, while others defend him, claiming that the leaked footage is just a snippet of the truth and that there might be more to the story. Yungeen's camp has remained tight-lipped, neither confirming nor denying the allegations. As the controversy rages on, one thing is clear: the snitch code is sacred in the rap game, and those who break it risk not only their careers, but also their safety. Yungeen's actions have potentially put a target on his back, and the consequences could be deadly. The question remains, is Yungeen a rat, or is he just a survivor caught in a dangerous game? And unfortunately, this animosity roped in fallen friends and more pressing tragedies in their lives. One instance of tension in Yungeen Ace's life was when his friend Jada Yungeen passed away. Yungeen Ace shared on Instagram that he had initially hesitated to post about his friend's death because it deeply affected him. He mentioned that they had not been on good terms recently due to disagreements that could have been resolved. He regretted not reaching out to Jada Yungeen, attributing it to their pride getting in the way, and expressed that their relationship was stronger than the hardships they were facing. On the other side, Ace's opponent accused Yungeen of betraying him by collaborating with him and dissing Ace in songs, even mocking Ace's deceased friends. The opponent questioned how he was supposed to remain silent in the face of such provocation, suggesting that if the roles were reversed, Ace would have reacted similarly. Foolio's cryptic Instagram post, "Foolio may have died, but Yungeen Ace is keeping the beef alive." The latter has not taken his foot off the gas since Foolio's passing. If anything, he's doubled down. He dropped 2 disses, "Do It" and "Game Over," and both are ruthless takedowns of a rapper who can no longer defend himself. Well, you'd think he wouldn't be able to, at least. A bizarre incident happened on June 28th. Foolio's Instagram account was hacked, and the hacker decided to leave a comment on one of Ace's posts. After rapper Foolio's death, a hacker hijacked his Instagram account, dropping videos and comments that have fans completely stunned. On Friday, June 28th, the hacker posted a video of Foolio hyping up his social media saying, "Yo, it's Foolio. Go follow my people. I'ma drop their app below. Follow them right now." The video was captioned, "No fuel, no deal. Everything guaranteed." Earlier in the day, the hacker commented on Yungeen Ace's new diss track, "Game Over," seemingly aimed at Foolio, by leaving a trash emoji. Yungeen Ace responded to the comment with, "You still with me, dude," followed by 2 laughing emojis and sarcastically adding, "I love you for Eva." In the diss track, Yungeen Ace raps, "Y'all know I smoke dead people, man. You know what I'm saying? And I smoke 6. Haha, 5 in the morning. I got a call. What is this? What is this? Dead on the floor? Dead on arrival? Mr. 6? Oh no, I'm steady screaming out, the law, and the 6. The 6. This is the second diss track Yungeen Ace has released following Foolio's death. Previously, he targeted Foolio in the song "Do It" with the lyrics, "Catch his ass and do his ass, you know he's finished." That being said, this isn't the first time Yungeen Ace has shown love to Foolio. When the latter was involved in a 2023 shooting, Ace hopped on Instagram to wish him the best. "I'm glad you survived," he wrote. "I love you, la bra." Foolio, the real one, wrote back, "Love you too." This directly contradicts the celebratory tone that Ace has taken since. It does suggest, however, that peace was a possibility at one point. Yungeen Ace was asked whether he would ever squash things with Foolio during a 2021 interview with DJ Vlad. The rapper didn't deny the possibility, but he didn't directly answer the question. "I really want what's best for the city," he explained. "I just want everybody to win, no matter what it is, what it ain't." Foolio also sat down with DJ Vlad to hash out the same problem. The late rapper was more direct. "It'll probably end sooner than later," he told the host. "You never know what God got planned. I told Ace that a couple times. We be talking, time to time." The interview takes on a tragic bent, knowing how Foolio passed and how Yungeen Ace has continued to act. However, Foolio's Instagram posts have raised many questions. Can it be his friend who is talking on Foolio's behalf, or did he never die? It is possible that Foolio has someone close to him, perhaps a friend or associate, who has taken over his Instagram account and is posting on his behalf. This person could be trying to maintain Foolio's presence in the public eye, perhaps to send hidden messages to rivals, or even to fuel the controversy surrounding Yungeen. The content and timing of these posts could be strategic moves to keep Foolio's name relevant, even in his absence.
The liability, you the brand. Even with me, I'm a brand. Like, I'm not finna risk everything. I got bills to pay. I got my mama, she need me. You know, it's so much going on. Like, if they lose me, then it's nothing. Everything over with. Back to ground zero, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the brand, I gotta protect that.
Conspiracy theories emerge in situations like these, and some might speculate that Foolio's death was staged. This theory suggests that Foolio may have orchestrated his own death to escape the public eye, law enforcement, or even his rivals. By disappearing from the scene, he could be trying to protect himself or buy time to plot his next move. However, this theory is highly controversial and would raise serious ethical and legal questions if proven true. There is also a chance that someone else has gained access to Foolio's account and is impersonating him. Social media hacking is not uncommon, and an imposter could be using Foolio's platform to stir up drama or even seek revenge. This imposter may have personal vendettas against Yungeen or others and is using Foolio's voice to further their own agenda. Whatever the case may be, it is important to treat these Instagram posts with caution. Social media can often present a distorted view of reality, and without official confirmation, it is challenging to determine the truth. The authorities would need to investigate thoroughly, and until then, these posts should be viewed as speculative, adding fuel to an already fiery controversy. Foolio mocked Yungeen Ace's shooting incident. The drama between 2 Jacksonville, Florida gangs, ATK versus KTA, is spilling onto social media platforms like YouTube and Instagram through rap videos. Beef has always been at the core of the hip-hop scene, most famously East Coast versus West Coast rappers in the 90s. But that beef resulted in the deaths of Tupac Shakur and Notorious Big, both pioneers of their times. Now the trend is continuing to ripple through modern-day rap scenes. Jacksonville's drill rap scene is dominated by ATK rapper Yungeen Ace and KTA rapper Julio Foolio. The beef went from from bad to deadly in May of 2017 with the killing of 19-year-old Zion Brown. Brown was Julio Foolio's cousin. Accordingly, Yungeen Ace was the target of a retaliatory shooting for Brown's death in June of 2018 during a birthday celebration. Yungeen Ace was shot 8 times, but survived. 3 others, including the drill rapper's brother, died in the mass shooting. Following that, Julio Foolio glorified the killings on social media, even making a t-shirt to mock the death of Yungeen Ace's brother and friends. Things only deteriorated from there. In February of 2019, Julio Foolio's little brother, the 16-year-old rapper known as Bibby, was shot at an apartment complex. Julio Foolio and his girlfriend were both injured in separate shootings later that year. Rapper Xu, real name Hakeem Robinson and a member of the ATK gang, subsequently put the fallen KTA victims on the cover of his album, Bibby Out. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office later arrested Xu in March in connection with killing Bibby. The arrest came several months after Xu bragged about the killings and smoking Bibby. On March 28th, Yungeen Ace dropped the music video Who I Smoke. As of May 2021, it has over 18 million views on YouTube and it's growing fast. The song features Ace, rapping over the 2000s Vanessa Carlton hit 1,000 Miles. When I see you, I'ma push your back, boy. Chopper get to splitting through your set. We don't fight, boy. 12 paramedics couldn't save your life, boy. Rod K dead and he never coming back, boy. Soon Yungeen Ace and his clique in the video get together and point towards the sky for the hook of the song. Who I Smoke, Bibby. Who I Smoke, Techie. Who I Smoke, Lil 9. And Now I Wonder. Each of the names called out in the song as a dead op, or enemies of Yungeen Ace and his ATK gang. They were all killed in gang-related violence, and the song is an attempt to humiliate the surviving KTA members and Julio Foolio. A few weeks after Yungeen Ace dropped his Who I Smoke track, Foolio clapped back with When I See You remix. Foolio takes it to another level by rapping about the 2018 triple homicide in which Yungeen's brother was killed. Foolio danced around a graveyard with a printout of the 3 victims, singing happy birthday. The video garnered over 6 million views and became Foolio's biggest track to date. Ironically, the 2 drill rappers made threats and disses over love songs, a new take on drill rap. The typically nihilistic lyrics were paired with upbeat trap remixes in what was dubbed smooth drill, and now people are rightfully comparing it with the Yungeen's reaction at Foolio's death, as it was fishy he seemed to be celebrating Foolio's death. Was it because of their apparent feud? The situation surrounding the death of rapper Foolio has taken a shocking turn, with allegations and speculation involving fellow rapper Yungeen Ace. In a song titled Do It, Ace seemingly alludes to having some level of involvement in Foolio's death, sparking intense reactions from fans in the online community. The context of the situation is crucial, as described in the text. Foolio had publicly shared his new address at the Holiday Inn Hotel, despite warnings from fans telling him not to do so. Unfortunately, this may have inadvertently led to his demise, as he was shot and killed at that very location. Now, with the release of Yungeen Ace's song, the lyrics raise eyebrows and prompt speculation about Ace's potential role in the tragedy. In the song, Ace raps, I told him to do it, followed by specific scenarios such as if he's with his mom, if he's with his baby, or if he's with his girl. These lyrics suggest a level of instruction or encouragement for the fatal act, hence the interpretation of Ace admitting to some involvement. Fans are divided and shocked by this turn of events, with some calling the situation wild and questioning Ace's motives. The song's release so soon after Foolio's death adds to the controversy, leaving many to speculate about the true nature of their relationship and any potential rivalry that may have existed. Yungeen Ace denied Foolio's claims of ending the beef. Over the years, both Foolio and Yungeen Ace briefly addressed their feud in interviews, but they mostly avoided going into detail about the conflict. In July 2021, Foolio spoke with Vlad TV and discussed Yungeen Ace dissing his deceased little brother on Who I Smoke. He claimed that some of the people who collaborated with Yungeen Ace on that track were actually his fans before they turned against him. When the interviewer asked Foolio if he thought the beef should be squashed before more lives were lost, Foolio responded by saying they would probably sit down and talk it out sooner or later. He also revealed that he had already spoken with Yungeen Ace a couple of times and claimed that neither of them wanted to hurt each other. When Yungeen Ace appeared on Vlad TV shortly after, he denied ever meeting Foolio in person. Yungeen Ace claimed that Foolio and his crew were simply dissing him for likes and views. Yungeen Ace eventually admitted that he and Foolio had exchanged direct messages before. However, when Vlad suggested that Foolio was open to working things out and squashing the beef, Yungeen Ace didn't seem receptive to that idea. The situation has escalated tragically, with fans speculating that Foolio's comment about the beef ending sooner or later was misunderstood. Instead of planning to reconcile, some believe Foolio hinted that the conflict would end when his crew avenged their losses against Yungeen Ace. There's speculation that Yungeen Ace interpreted this message, leading to the tragic events that followed. Tom Hackney, a crime analyst from Jacksonville, commented that Foolio's passing will likely escalate tensions further, perpetuating the cycle of violence. Hackney suggested that retaliation might occur from Yungeen Ace's side, continuing the cycle. As for Yungeen Ace, Just hours after Foolio's passing, he released a new diss track titled Do It, which has raised speculation that he may be admitting involvement in ordering the hit on Foolio. Additionally, Yungeen Ace posted a since-deleted tweet shortly after the news broke, which implied a reference to Foolio's passing. Reports indicate that federal authorities are looking into Yungeen Ace's possible involvement, and he has reportedly gone into hiding. As for fans, many are expressing sadness over the situation, emphasizing that there are no winners in this tragic feud. There's a prevailing sentiment that it's only a matter of time before more young lives are lost to what they perceive as pointless rap rivalries. If you love this video, click on the card on your screen right now for more videos.